do a quick introduction. So, um, okay, so first of all, hi, everybody's Cowboy Bob, and I'm here with Randy and his family, who you're going to see here in a minute. And this is Shooter, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so we're out here just working with Shooter a little bit and doing a little evaluation. Now, we're at TMR Rescue, and TMR Rescue is really a well established rescue here in Texas. And I've been working with TMR for on and off for 5 years, so I'm pretty familiar with the rescue. So, Randy, will you tell me a little bit about Shooter and your experience with him and what it is you're wanting to accomplish?
Yeah, we've worked with Shooter. I've worked with Shooter probably about maybe 5 or 6 times, just leading them around and looking at whether or not he actually is
Right.
has it.
Okay.
And rude. And so we talked to Bob and just asked if he would come out and see what
Super.
he thinks
Do
of
you
it.
know anything about his history?
The little bit that we have is he came in about 5 years ago. He had an injury. He had got one of his legs caught up at a hot wire. And the couple that had him, who at the time were riding along with us, so we know that he was unreasonable before.
So he'd been trained and
He had been trained, but they could not keep up with what he needed as far as physical therapy and the
right,
medications and all that. So he was brought into to TMR as a rescue, and he's been out in the pasture, kind of
living the
hanging out,
life.
living the life for the last 5 years.
And tell me again. I know you mentioned this, but you sort of have been handling him a little bit for how long?
Probably it's been a couple of months.
Okay, couple
Yeah,
of months.
and I've put saddle pads on him
Right.
and put halters on him, obviously, and led him around.
Okay. Okay. And then in addition, if you'll pan over, we're going to work with Pris. And we'll talk about her a little bit more in a little bit. I think you tell me who you want to work with first. Shooter. Okay. Uh, so we'll talk about her. We're going to work them one at a time, and all we're going to do is we're just going to see what Shooter is about, what he knows, what he doesn't know, evaluate him a little bit, and we're just going to let him tell us what he's about, and we'll just see. We'll take what he gives us. So we're going to take him in. Let's take him in. And hopefully the audio works. But I try to explain what I'm doing while I'm doing it,
Okay.
and then of course ask any questions. So the very first thing is take the lead rope off him.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna get a little crop to help get him moving a little bit. I think I'm gonna get a crop. It's soaking wet.
If you don't have something that
I really just want him to move around a little bit. I want him. I want him to not eat. Get away from eating. Come on. There, good. I know you're starving.
yeah, you can tell.
Come on. Good. Good. So really, I could see right off the bat that he's been trained pretty well because of the way he's reacting. Like he's not being real rebellious. He doesn't want to do this. He'd rather eat, but but he's not arguing with me. And see his ear? See how it's cocked towards me? He's paying attention to me. If he were really unhappy, his ears wouldn't be. I wouldn't get that ear, and he'd be trying to get out. Like he'd be looking to get out. And he's not really doing that. So I can already tell. He's a pretty well trained horse. I'm going to ask him to go the other way. There we go. Okay. There we go. There's a little bit of defiance. That's okay. We're not worried about that. I also want to see his gait and to see if he's got a hitch.
What is a hitch?
A limp.
Okay.
See, can you see it? He's dropping that right side on his hip. Can you see it? Do you know which leg got hurt? Do you remember which leg got hurt?
Right rear.
He's dropping that. Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Okay.
You're gonna have to edit this.
I'm not going to torture him. I just wanted to see. Yeah, he's like, I thought we were done. Come here, bud. Good boy. So now I just want to see, how does he respond to pressure? Right? So when I come over here, does he know to move away from me? Right? See, like that? That's really, really important in terms of handling him. And I'm doing almost nothing. See, he's willing to move. So this is all really good stuff. Good boy.
Does he cross his back legs at all?
I'm sorry?
Does he cross his back legs at all? Like his back, can he cross it with that injury?
He was just doing that. So I'll show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him to move away from me this way and watch his back legs, and they should cross over when he moves away from me. Now that's being rude. See him cross? That's exactly what he's supposed to do.
Now, what if you go the other way with the? Oh, okay.
See, so he's good with that. And what I really like is he's willing to lead with almost no pressure. Now he wants to eat, and that's because he's spoiled. But when he's leading, I'm not having to pull him. He knows. He knows not. He knows what that is, right? So that's really, really good. So you've had a little saddle pad on him or something?
I actually cinched the saddle pad on him.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a surcingle on him.
Put a what?
A cinch.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to push him a little bit and see how he does. And like I said before, I mean, there's really not a certain speed I'm trying to go or anything like that. I'm just going to keep going until he says no. Yeah. Just see what it'll take. Oops. Hope this is long enough. No, we're not going to make it.
Not quite.
No, not going to make it. All right, well, if we can't, we can't. Okay. We're going to come back to that.
We do have a saddle pad.
Do you have one with you?
Max, did you bring the saddle pad?
With us, with some kind of cinch? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to have that just to see. I want to see him move.
It's a bareback pad.
That's fine. Perfect. I really think he's going to do great with it, but I want to see it. All right, bud. I'm going to ask him not to eat because when he's eating, he's not thinking of us. Perfect. If you're comfortable, just go ahead and cinch him up. That's actually that's perfect. I need to get one of those.
I think it's
Nope. I mean, if he takes it, it's not too tight. If he says no, then yeah, it's too tight. You good? That's how you usually do it. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to ask him to move, and with uh, with horses who with horses that are touchy about being cinched up, when they move, that's when it shows up. Because when they're moving, they feel that restriction and they get worried about that if they're not used to it. I think he's probably used to it, but I want him to move. Good. See, he's got that hitch. You see it? You see that little hitch in the back? See? Come on. Good. Okay, I'm going to ask him to turn around. Good boy. So, something else that was really good. When I asked him to turn the other way, he faced me. If he were angry, he would turn away from me. But because he's comfortable, he turned toward me. So that's a sign of acceptance. So that's all really good stuff. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Good. See that? That's really good. See how he's coming towards me? It just means he's not upset. He's not worried. Good. Good boy. Now I'm going to see, since he's kind of food driven, I'm going to grab a treat and see if I can get him to pay a little more attention to me. And most people would tell you that treats are not a great training tool for a horse, and I would absolutely agree with that. Come on. But I like to use them for certain things. And one thing is that to help get them with me. See, he's interested in eating. And I want to get him with me. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Again, this is really positive. You notice when I'm moving right and left, he's willing to stay with me. Even though there's a little incentive here, if he were defiant, he wouldn't do this. So that's really, really good. Really good. Like he's coming along really good. Come on. Oops. I know. He's snorting a little bit. Good. Randy, there's a collapsible cone in the back seat of my truck. Will you grab that?
Driver's side?
Inside the back seat. Ah, can't do that. Let's see if I can get him to stay with me around that cone. No, she's not going to save you. Come on, with me. Come on. Like that is really good. Now he's curious about that cone. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Can't do that. So I hold the training stick behind me because I'm not trying to intimidate him. I'm just trying to help him make good decisions. See how he's moving away from me? That's what I want. So he's a really good boy. He's a really, really good boy. Okay, we're gonna see how he does with a bridle. So Randy, you were asking me about bridles and bits earlier. And there's as many opinions about headgear as there are people. Like everybody has a thing they like. And what I always say is, if what you're using works, then use that, right? That's the thing. Because whether it's a snaffle bit or a grazing bit, a western bit, or no bit, a hackamore, or a bitless bridle, which is what I'm going to use, somebody is working a horse and doing a great job with that. So it can be done. It's really just what you're comfortable with your horse. I like a bitless bridle, and the reason I like it is because it's more forgiving with the rider. Like your hands don't, if you're using a bit, your hands need to work that bit correctly. And with a bitless bridle, it's a little more forgiving. And the horse doesn't have to worry about somebody's on top of me and asking me to do stuff, and there's a piece of hardware in my mouth. And so they just don't have to worry about as much, right? And there's a myth, and it's an absolute myth, that if you have a bit, you have more control. And that's just not true. Because here's the thing. This horse right here, if he wanted to, and he's not gonna, but if he wanted to, he could grab me right here with his mouth and pick me up and throw me. So no bit's gonna hold him if he doesn't want to be held, right? He can just run right through it if he wants to. So the point being is that you can have just as much control with no bit as with a bit if you use it correctly. So I'm not trying to be down on a bit. All I'm saying is that you don't have to use it if you don't want to, and it just takes some of the. I'm gonna make this a little bigger. Takes some of the. Okay, and so some horses get a little bit nervous about when you put a bridle on them or a bit and their head goes up. Now this horse isn't going to do that, but if you run into that situation, the way to solve that is you take the bridle apart and you put it on the same way you would a halter, right? Then there's nothing for them to fight, right? See, I just put it on him. You got a big head, bud. Just like a bridle, or I mean, just like a halter or a rope halter, right? And it takes like an extra 30 seconds to do. And if you do that, your horse will never become bit shy, head shy, ever. You have a big head, buddy. So again, you can tell that this doesn't bother him. He's used to it. He's been bridled 1,000 times, I suspect. I know, bud. I know. Tighten this up a little bit. So this particular bridle, come on. This is it's just called a bitless bridle, and it's just a regular bridle with a curb strap underneath, and it has 2 rings on the side where you hook the reins. And so I have plenty of leverage if I need to ask him, but there's nothing in his mouth. And then my reins are long because that includes a lead rope, but you can put any kind of rein on this. Doesn't matter. Okay, again, it's best if I can lead him with no pressure. If I were going back to when I was saying, I want the horse to tell me, I want them to tell me what they'll do. If he were giving me a hard time with this, then we'd have to stop and work on this, right? There's just no point in going way further if he can't lead. But when I'm leading a horse, I want this to be completely loose. And I want him to follow me wherever I go without me pulling, right? Can you back up? Look, see, I'm just barely touching it. So I think we knew this about this horse. This horse was well trained and was a working horse at one time. So he kind of remembers now. So now we're going to we're going to do the thing, and we're going to put some weight on him and see how he does. Okay. So I'm going to bring him up here. And I want him to stand here, not eat, and not walk off. So I want to be able to come in here next to him, and I want him to stand quietly, right? So again, if he can't do this, we would work on this. Now he has that old injury, so he may or may not be crazy about weight on his back. I mean, I don't know. We're going to find out. He just sighed. That's good. So again, I want to be able to be above him and him not be nervous about this. He's really doing great. I know. And so I'm going to lean on him. I'm not going to just throw my leg on him. I'm going to lean on him. And so if he decides to take off, then I can just come off him, right? It's not a big deal. If I'm sitting on him and he takes off, and then it's a little more of a rodeo. Okay? So I'm going to give him a little weight. See how he does. He's paying attention, but he's not. His head's up. So he's kind of like, I'm not sure. If he were perfectly comfortable, his head would be down. Hey, bud. Good boy. Now I'm hanging onto the rail because if he takes off, I can just slip off. Nobody gets hurt. So I'm going to let him stand here and just get comfy. Give him a little treat. So it's kind of, there's something in it for him. What do you think?
Good.
You're happy? He's doing pretty good. How long have we been at this? 15 minutes?
Maybe.
Okay, I'm not in a hurry. I just want him to get used to this feel. Because we know it's been 4 or 5 years since anybody's been on him, right? So now I'm going to ask him to move away, draw away from the fence a little bit. I'm not concerned about controlling him a lot at this point. I just want to see if he'll move his feet. There's nowhere for him to go. So I just want to see what he knows. There. See how he moved a little bit? That's all I wanted. I just wanted to get him used to. And if he goes forward or if he goes, I don't care what direction he goes. Good. And I'm giving him a little leg. Here, see? Good. Good. I'm going to try the other way. He's a little confused. So there. So he did that different, right? I'm not going to worry about that. There's plenty of time to train him cues. We just want him to be comfortable with pressure. Does that make sense? That's not what I'm asking. Good. Okay. So he's definitely got a good side and a side that's not so good. See if I can get him to walk a little bit. Good boy. Good. Now watch his head really closely to see if he's going to get upset. Because if he's going to get upset, I'm going to see it in his ears and I'm going to see it in his head. And you notice we aren't doing anything with saddle. I'm not interested in putting a saddle on him yet. Again, I mean, that's just something.
What will his ears be doing if it's going to give you a signal?
They might be flat. They'd be angry, right? Now they're not perfectly relaxed. If the ears that we want are ears that would be kind of like Yoda, right? That would just mean he's like, I'm not worried. These ears are, he's a little bit like I'm not sure this is what I want to do, but he's not angry. And his head would be up. Like you could tell he'd be stiff, he'd be tight, right? And we want him loose. So what would be perfect would be is if his head were down and his ears were flat. But we're not going to get that today. I mean,
First time in 5 years.
right, right. Come on. And again, I don't care where he goes. I just want him to move. I mean, I might ask him to come this way a little bit. But if he starts hurting or something, I mean, he may jump if something bothers him. So we'll just have to see. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna ask him to go around the cone. Let's see if he'll do it. You see how much pressure I'm putting on him? On the rope? As little as possible. I do not want to rip his head off. See, if I can get him to go with just a half a pound of pressure, that's what I want. I don't want to have to rip his head off. Can he back up? He can back up. See, I'm barely asking him to back up. So he's really well trained is the point, right? We kind of thought that, but we're verifying it. Now let's see how he does going to the right. Come on. He's a little unsure. A little bit unsure to the right. Good boy. Just a little bit of pressure. A little bit of pressure. Come on. Keep going. A little bit. See, he's kind of over bending and he's pushing his hind end out. That's just something over time we would want to correct. I don't care about that today, but it's just paying attention to what he's telling me. See, this direction, he doesn't do that. Good boy. Ask him to pick up his pace just a tiny bit. There we go. Good. More energy. Good. Good. So I just ask him to pick up his energy a little bit and then just let him come right back down. Don't try not to. Is he pooping? Or is he just stopped? He's just stopped. So I'm trying not to get him to where he's upset, right? I'm trying to keep him relaxed as much as possible. So the difference is in terms of being relaxed and being nervous is if you think about a professional athlete, and you'll hear the commentators say, that athlete is really, or that team is really performing well. Look at how relaxed they are, but they're performing really well. Or that team is a better team, but they're losing because they're tight. Same with a horse. They're going to perform better if they're relaxed. And so some people make the mistake of thinking that high tension equals high energy. They're different things. This horse can be tense and standing still. He can be relaxed and running. Well, we want him relaxed because if he's relaxed, he's thinking. If he's tense, he's reacting. Come on, right? I want him thinking. Ask him to go the other way. Good boy. Come on. A little more energy. So if I see him starting to get nervous, I'm going to back off. He's definitely, there's something about this side that he's not as happy with. No, he's not going to help you. Come on, come on, come on. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Good boy. He's like, I don't want to. Oops. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put a saddle on him. What do you think? Pretty happy? By the way, I don't think we're going to get this with Chris. Just saying. Will you hold him so I don't have to take this?
Well, and she has never been under saddle.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to get all that out of her. Okay, I'll take him. All right, so when I'm saddling a horse, not just the first time, but any time, I should be able to saddle a horse right out here in the middle without him being tied to anything. If I have to tie a horse to saddle him, then I have to work on that, right? He's got to be able to stand here and take it because by just standing here and being saddled, that means he has good manners. And it's really important that he has good manners because he outweighs me 6-1, right? He can stand there if he wants. That saddle weighs about 45 pounds. So it would not be my first choice for a first ride on a new horse, but it's the saddle I have. So same thing, there's no point in being in a hurry. So I'm just gonna see that he's okay with this. Hey, stop it. You're okay with this, right? You're okay? He doesn't care. No, don't you eat. And when I put a saddle on a horse, especially a heavy saddle, I want to try to set it on him and not drop it on him, right? So I kind of, because the saddle's heavy, what I try to do is pick it up and then set the front down and then let it, and you'll see, and rock it back. You'll see what I mean. Just because it's heavy, it's hard to wield. I need you standing up though. Hey, there. No, no. So we're gonna stop and work on this. I don't want him eating. I want him with me. Good boy. So another little thing about horses, I spoil the heck out of my horses. You can spoil them, you can love on them, all that stuff, but you have to lead. You have to be the leader. They have to be subordinate. That doesn't mean you're mean to them. It just means that you make decisions. They don't get to decide. Now, you can be nice about it and polite, but if you don't lead, somebody's going to lead. If it's not you, it's them, right? Because that's the way horses are wired. And so you have to be the leader. You just don't have to be rude about being a leader. Like there's good leaders and there's crappy leaders, right? We've all worked with them. So you want to be a good leader and a fair leader, but you've got to lead. If you don't, then you're going to have trouble from now on. See how he's standing, not eating? Oh. See, I need him to be listening to me. That's how I saddle him. So it's not a shock. Let him take a couple of steps. Come on. See, again, when he's moving, that's when he feels the most vulnerable. So if he were really pissed and I moved him like that with that saddle on there, he would tell us. Now, he didn't really like it, but he didn't get upset. I'm going to take some of my hardware off if he doesn't need it. We're not going to barrel ride, so I'm going to take this rear cinch off. It's just something else for him to worry about. Now, I'm not going to cinch this up all the way. I just want him to feel a little bit of pressure. It's the same thing. I'm going to ask him to move with the weight of the saddle on him and the restraint of the saddle, and make sure that he is okay with that. Come on, come on, come on. See that hitch? Can you see it? I wouldn't move this horse too fast, ever. You know what I mean? I mean, not, you know what I mean, ride him hard. I would just use him for a trail horse.
Would you put him even in a gallop?
For short time, for short periods. But I wouldn't work him too hard. See, he's even reluctant to go into a lope. I just think it bothers him. But he's not bothered by the saddle. That's what we were wondering. That's good. That's really good. You're a good boy. No, you're a good boy. Come on. Oops. He's littler than my horse. Now, you're probably not like this, but you'll see some trainers. And look, hey, if you're a trainer and it works for you, then good for you. I can only tell you what I like. So you'll see some trainers who cinch them up real tight, and if it bothers them, they let them go and just let them. They do it on purpose, right? Like, get it out of them, get that buck out of them. And my philosophy is I don't want to buck in them, right? If they never ever buck, that's better for me. I don't want to push them until they're mad.
Right.
There's nothing to be gained for me in that. So if he were unhappy, I would back off. We just slow down. Like, presumably you're going to have this horse for 10 years or however long. So we don't have to get him all the way in the first day. We just have all the time there is.
As long as they can take him home by tomorrow, it's fine.
They can take him home, but just listen to him. And if he's uncomfortable with anything, then just slow down and go back to something that he'll do that he is comfortable with, and then work him back up to the thing you want him to do. He looks pretty good with that on, doesn't he?
Did really well.
All right, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring him over here so that I don't think he's going to do anything, but if he were to get upset, I can get off and it's no big deal. You can't eat. Now, I would not say, A horse can never eat when they're with me. My horses eat with me all the time. But it's only because I'm letting you. You know, like you can't just stop and eat when you want. If we both agree that you can eat, then yeah, you can eat. But right now, I need your mind with me. See, his head came up. He's a little bit nervous. That's okay. We'll just do it again. I'm not going to ram this down his throat. So with horses, everything is about their head, their ears, and their feet. So when we're doing this, when I need him to stand still, if he can't do what I'm asking and not move his feet, then we stop until he can keep his feet still. So right now, if he were to dance around a little bit, I wouldn't even try to get on him. See, I don't want his feet moving. He's got to stand still. And, a lot of times they don't stand still because they don't know any better. So we got to teach them, hey, like you got to stand still. So I'm going to start off the same way. I don't think it's an issue for him, but just put weight on him. So if he does get upset, I can just hop down. No problem. I'm just going to say it again. If I were doing this and he moved away from me, we would stop. And we would keep doing this until he could do it standing here before we do anything else. You're a good boy. And I'm in no hurry to take off. I want him to relax. And give him a little bribe. If at some point he goes crazy, then he goes crazy and, it's not his fault. Same thing, when I ask him to move a little bit, not quite sure what to do, I want him to just move his feet. I don't care where. There. Good. Just move your feet. That's all I want. Good. Much better. So I'm not yanking his head around or nothing. I'm just saying, hey, will you move your feet? There. That's what I want. If he wouldn't do it, then I would just apply a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more until he did it, and then I would drop the rein. Right? A lot of this you probably know, but I'm just explaining what I do. Yeah. Right? I mean, there's just no point in ripping his head off. Let's see if we can get him to go forward. Come on. Look at his head's pretty good. Look at his head lower. No, he's not going to save you. Good boy. Good boy. I really like his head. He's much more comfortable. No, he's not going to save you. Much more comfortable than he was when we did this before. And go around the cone. You want to turn? We'll turn. Come on. He's a little confused on this side. Ask him to back up. Turn around. Nope, you can't turn around. That's okay. Let's go the other way. Give him a little bit more energy. Come on. Good boy. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. And I just wanted to bring his energy up, and then as soon as he does, I just let him come back down. I just want him to respond. Good boy. Again. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, I can feel that hitch right here.
Really?
Good. Really good. That's good. See if I can get him up on this side. He's having more trouble this way. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Can you see it? And he's definitely got a little thing going. Good boy. Good boy. Huh. I wouldn't lope him too much. I just think he's having trouble. I think he's got something going on because I can really feel it when he's starts moving. You can just feel it's, you know, he like stumbles a little bit. I know. Come on. Now, it's real possible that after you ride him for a little while and he develops some muscle, that he gets over that.
He's pooping.
Oh, are you pooping? Good idea. Come on. See those ears? He's not very happy. Yeah. At first, I just would not push him very hard. But I mean, look at all he's been doing. I mean, I think you should be pretty happy. You want to get on him? Did you sign a liability form?
He's already had one on file. Can I use the fence or the stirrup? You think I should use the fence or the stirrup?
I would use the fence, just so that if something happens,
If I can get out.
you can get off. And I think we know nothing's going to happen,
Right.
but safety first.
Exactly. That is an opportunity for a land.
do you think, Mom?
I think he's a good boy.
I think he's I think he's everything we thought he was going to be.
Uh-huh. He really does.
I mean, he knows a lot.
Uh-huh.
He's cooperative. He's got a good mind.
Yeah, I was going to say he actually has a little brain in there.
Yeah. And he was probably a really good working horse, but he does have that little hitch.
He has it a lot. He has it a lot.
And that's fine. You know, it's just knowing the limitations and not
Walking
pushing
a
him
lot.
pushing him too hard.
Uh-huh. And he's also done right now, by the way. He's, I looked at his, I'm like, yeah, you're done. This was a lot. This is more than he's ever done in 5
Well, so think about it this way. Like, so you just been in the kitchen
Yeah.
eating, and then sometimes you go outside and eat. You go back to the kitchen and eat, and you do that for 5 years. And then somebody says, "Go run around the block."
Yeah. And
It's the same thing. I mean, he's out of shape. So it could be, you know, as he develops, he'll start getting over that. But I wouldn't push him too hard out of the gate.
not at all. Not at all.
He does.
Oh, but you can back up. Oh, sorry.
But see how soft he is?
Yeah.
He's real soft.
What does that mean?
It means he responds without a lot of pressure.
Okay.
So, right, he doesn't get tight. He's relaxed. When you ask him to turn his body, he turns. Um, there's a lot of stuff he's not used to, but
Hey, Dad, put your leg on him. Like, get your leg around him. Like, act like he's going to take off on you. And you're going to take off. And you're not going to. So you've got your legs telling. Put your heels down. Confident in the stride. Legs. That's a good analogy. You know, I saw that coming a mile away. I was like, oh, here, put your heels down and give him a hug. Put your legs with your, like, literally like you're standing. I can't do it right now, but stand and just put your feet turned around. Here.
we're not gonna. Yeah, me too. I mean, when she's had an injury, and
Put your knees
you know,
It never, but before that, there was nothing.
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
right.
But try to put your knees facing his shoulders, not out in.
See, I never worry about that stuff. It's just, we have 5 years to get this horse better.
Uh-huh.
So I can sit when I have a horse like that. It's like that's part of the fun is the journey, right? So we just let her tell us what she'll do, and then we know that's the baseline, and try to get better from there.
He's like, I'm done.
So this is where it's important to be the leader, right? And just do what you have to do to get her to move a leg. Not to make her mad, but I mean, she's gotta know that you are not kidding. See, like that. See, just whatever it is, like you gotta do. And if you're sort of making a mistake or whatever, who cares? I mean, who cares? We're not in a show. You know, you just want her to move her feet. Kick her. Kick her like you mean it. Just don't let her. I'm not gonna try to make her mad. I'm just gonna try to help her understand that she's got to listen. And go ahead and move her off. Come on. Good. Horses have this uncanny ability to know when they're in charge and to take advantage of that. And so you just have to, sometimes you have to insist. All right, ready? Go.
No. Please.
Good, 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 good. I mean, she didn't want to, and you said, no, we're going to do this. That's good. How's she feel?
Pickle? Doesn't have any snacks.
So, what you might do, well, I mean, your yard is pretty small, right? Yeah. If it's up to you, but if you to start her off, you might set up a little corral just so that you can get her going, and there's no place for her to go. You know, if something does go south a little bit, but if you're comfortable, I mean, even in your yard, she's not going to go anywhere. It's just she has more room to pitch a fit, and that just depends on your comfort level.
What? I know, sweetie. That's scriptures you want. Not take longer on her. That's the test. Come on, keep going. I think he's fine.
I'm sorry?
I said, I think he's fine. I mean,
I think we know what he is, and I think we know what he's not.
Yeah.
That's what we needed.
Yeah.
Like, this is huge.
I know.
The thing about this is he has such great foundation that, you know, you can ask him to grow and grow yourself without worrying about, like, it really sucks when you're trying to refine your own skills and a horse doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
But this horse knows a lot.
He can teach me.
So, he's going to take mistakes better. And that's why I like this kind of bridle, because it's really forgiving with your hands. Like, you can yank this pretty hard and put a hurt on their mouth, and that's counterproductive if there's a bit in there.
Yeah, back when I was riding when I was this tall, it wasn't just all we had were bits.
Oh no, well,
Lawnmowers if they were really bad.
yeah, I mean, yeah, and that's
60 years ago.
that's what 99% of people still do, and I don't disagree with that. It's just from my own experience. What I have, like, I watch people, and I will see more and more and more people, like really good people, and they're jumping horses with nothing on their head. So you just, like, you don't have to. That's my point. Now, if you're showing, that's different,
Yeah.
because the head has to be in a certain position and all that stuff, and the bit helps them do that. But you're not going to be working cattle.
No, I'm not.
Who?
Trail rides. That's
Yeah,
all.
I mean, who